Today we're going to be building LEGO Icons set 10357, the Shelby Cobra 427C. This set comes with 1,241 pieces and retails for $160 in the US. I'm looking forward to building this. This looks like a really cool car. Let's get started. So this is LEGO Icons Set 10357, the Shelby Cobra 427 SC. The set comes with 1,241 pieces and retails in the US for $169.99. This is a really nice car. I had a lot of fun building this. It does come with a couple accessories. There's a toolbox here that you pull off. It has some tools in it. That actually comes with many other additional tools. And the extra pieces, there's tons of extra tools here. And then there's also, actually, I don't know what this is. I'll have to look this up in a minute, but I'm not sure exactly what that is. But basically, this car, it's a cool looking car. I love the blue and the white and the Shelby line. It does have two doors that open on either side. So here and here. The front hood does open. So you pull up on these two little tabs and the hood opens to reveal the inside, which has your engine bay and a couple of cables, and then just some standard kind of engine design. Nothing real too detailed there, but standard, whatever this is, V6, V8 engines. And it does kind of fold back in, which is kind of a nice little feature. The front of the car is nice. This front end is just a little loose, but I guess that's sort of how it's supposed to be. But I do like the design of the front with the grille. And then they have these, the lights here on front, and then the little design with the little hot dog pieces. That looks really nice. And then there's a couple printed pieces here with the Shelby logo. And then as we come around to the side, so there's some pretty cool detailing here, not just the wheels, but also the exhaust here on this side, which is really cool. The inside of the car is really nice. If you open the doors, the one thing though I do say about this is that the clip that holds the door in place from keeping it from going too far is a little flimsy and loose. It does easily come off if you pull too hard on this door. But there's a really nice door wheel here that does rotate the front tires, which is usually pretty common on these Icon sets. But there's a lot of detail to the interior of this car. So there's a couple of stick shifts here. Then there's a couple of speedometers here. There's actually a really cool $100 bill. There's an autographed signature of the Shelby here. And then both doors do open. And then coming around to the back, then there's also, I'm not sure, I guess this is the design of the back of the car here. And then coming around more to the back here, so there's the back of the car with the printed, I'm sorry, not the printed sticker, but the sticker of the license plate here. And then of course the back of the car that has the engine model. The back of the car does open to reveal the trunk, and that does actually slides out and comes up, which is kind of a cool way that comes out. Is really nice. That's pretty much it. There's really nothing else, but I do like the way this looks. I think the design of the car is really cool. I love the colors, and I think that it was a lot of fun to build. You kind of build that a little different. I thought it was going to be maybe a little bigger, but otherwise it's a really nice car. The way it kind of comes together. I did have some struggle a little bit with some of the stuff in the back here a little bit, but overall I had a lot of fun putting it together. There aren't too many printed stickers on this set. I'm sorry, stickers on this set. There's just this one here with 3 stickers, which of course is the license plate, the inside Shelby signature one, and but everything else is printed, which is nice to see. But I had a lot of fun building this. I think if you're a Shelby Ford fan, an Icons fan, a car fan, a Lego fan, technic fan, you'll definitely enjoy building this. This is a little different from some of the other cars that they've done. I would say it's probably a little smaller, but it does look really good. It's a nice, certainly a very nice display piece. Just looking at the manual here, there's a good picture here. Just this is of the front of the car, and then of course there's the Shelby logo up here. And then the first couple of pages, so it talks a little bit about the car itself and the Shelby Cobra line. And then it talks here about the car and the kind of detail. It's a nice picture here of the original car, the original cars that were made. back in the 60s. This is from the 60s, I believe. And then, of course, it talks a lot of, it shows here pictures of the car itself, how the trunk came open, and then the Lego, the car itself, and has this little metal backing on the passenger side. And then it talks a little bit about, the car again, some of the history of the car. And then it talks, from the design team. And then there's a picture of the car. And then it gets right into the build. There are 8 bags in this set. So I hope you enjoyed this build. I know I've been building a lot of cars lately, but it seems like that's what LEGO's been releasing. But if you did enjoy it, I'd appreciate you clicking on like and subscribe. And once again, I appreciate your support, and thanks for watching.